Hello all, this is the lesson number 42 of this VariCAD training, and this lesson is called Exporting from 3D to 2D and 3D sections. To show you these topics, I will open one of the files you already know. In this case, I will select the sample4 file. This is the assembly we've already used in some of the previous lessons, and as you can see, we have a 3D assembly, and on the 2D side we don't have anything created. So I will start this lesson by showing how to make an export from the 3D to the 2D. So we should go to this Objects menu, and we have this function that is called 2D drawing from 3D view. When we click in this command, we open this big dialog box that has a lot of configurations, and starting from this upper left corner, we can create without looking for the other things, we can create 2D drawing from the current view or select predefined views. I will start by this current view. Okay. We can select also the position of the views, and this is used for the predefined views, and it is regarding the location from one view to the other, and considering what we can call the European or the American method especially. Besides, we can define a gap between views. I will leave this because I don't find this important for the understanding of the commands. We can make the projection, the creation of the 2D, looking for this, all objects or just select some. And we have this option to clip on a selected rectangular area. I can have an option also that I will show you about drag and drop on the 2D, and this I don't think this is too much important. Stay on the 2D or return to the 3D. Okay. Here we have the connections management, and here it is very important because we have this option, add this view export to the list of exports. If we activate this, this will be on a list of exportations to the 2D and allow us to update these created views automatically, and we can manage things here. Okay, I don't have anything at this moment, so no list it is defined. We have this option also, subassembly parts in 2D as single solids. Okay, can have this or not. We can have a definition of the 2D colors because, as I think you know, the available colors in 3D side is greater than on the 2D, so we have to, for some of the excess colors, we have to define identical colors on the 2D side. I will leave this, not too much importance now. This is important. Visible lines in 2D according to the solid colors and the attributes of the lines. Okay, we can configure these things here. Hidden lines, not drawn, drawn as visible edges, or it is the same that we say continuous lines, or draw them as specific attributes and the attributes are inside. Okay. And for last, we have this option here that we will see also, tangent connections, not to draw, again as visible or specifically defined with other attributes. We have also these two configurations. First, drawing threads. This is very interesting because we can say draw the threads on the exportation, create them as 3/4 of circle, which corresponds to the international drawing norms. This secondary thread diameter also for following the norms, we can come here and say put on a different color, whatever it is, and thread end in front view or in section, what are the attributes. So we will see all about this. So the first option, and now it is important just to say that I will create from the current view, or it is this position here. I will not draw any hidden lines. I will leave all in the same color now. Not to draw tangent lines also, stay here and add this view to the export. So okay, and the functionality of the drag and drop, you see it is like this. I have this grabbed in my cursor, so I will say click. Okay, so I have a 2D drawing in perspective. Okay, and these are lines. In this position it is not very important to put dimensions because they are not real, but you see that it is quite interesting to have this particularity done. I can change this and, for example, change the options. Again, for the current view, I will change, for example, the hidden lines and saying put a different configuration and do the OK. Okay, very good. And now I will put on the side, and you see that now it is different. I have everything shown here. Let us make another experiment. Okay, objects again from 3D. I will leave this not to draw hidden lines because, as you see, it is very excessive in terms of information. But I want to put these tangent lines to show you what these are. So do the OK. Okay, and now here, and you see that there are important lines and the tangent lines. For example, you see on this top here, this is round. See, this is round here, but if I say do not draw the tangent lines, these lines do not appear. Okay, and these are important to define my object, like these fillets here. If I go to the 3D, you see that this is a tangent, especially the fillets. If it is tangent, the lines will not be present on the 2D, and we should have them for better understanding. Okay. I can have a different option, for example. Okay, you see the difference here. I can have another possibility here. Okay, we've seen the visible lines according to the colors. I could say this. Draw the hidden lines we've seen, but it is interesting to make specific, not as visible, because it will be a big confusion. I did not mention this accuracy of the created curves. This is this sliding bar, which it can be better or worse, so it's up to you. Okay. But we have, for example, this possibility of making this exportation only for selected objects. So I will grab this guy here, do the OK, and now it allows me to select only, I can make a window or something, but for example like this, and do the OK. So now you see just projected what it was selected. It is quite interesting, this particularity also of respecting the color of the solids. You see, it's a little different from this. Okay, so I think it's a very interesting perspective also. What can I show you more in this window? I think everything it is shown. with the exception of this. We've been creating uh, projections of this current view, but now I want to make from the predefined views, and I can select which ones I want, okay? Whatever I want. I will select them all so that you can see what is possible. And I have also some settings when I choose this option. The positions, it will go again for this dialog box that we talked previously. So I will make not drawn colors. I will leave this tangent line. It is okay. Stain 2D, okay, and all objects now okay. So now you see, I will put this here, okay, and the projections are very easy and done quickly. So now if you make these objects, now you can put dimensions, sorry, you can put dimensions whatever you want, okay, very easy. What is interesting in these projections, it is the capability that the software has to update things automatically. So for that purpose, I have this manage list of exports. I have an option. I have this dialog box. The views are identified. Okay, general views are the first 4 views, and now I have 6 views regarding the predefined views. And you see that one of my previous was exported solids, only selected ones. Okay, I don't have any sections, full view, no rotations, no rescales, whatever it is. So with this I can go and click in one of the views and say delete it, redefine the 2D creation, or highlight it. Okay, and you see it is highlighted. So this is very practical, very easy, no confusion. Let's try to do something, which is I will delete this solid. I could do anything different, change the solid, whatever it is, no big problem. And now if I go to this update 2D after 3D changes, okay, I can say change to distinguish or not, delete these objects. It is what I'm going to do now, and make the predefined exports. Okay, so everything which will be updated because in the case I delete one of the solids, so it was updated in all of the views automatically. Okay, so this is about the definition of the views. We have one other thing, that is the sections. So I will call another one, this time the sample one, because it is quite interesting for this purpose. I will delete all this stuff, okay? And on the 3D we have one solid. The sections are managed here on the tools menu, 3D sections management, so we need to create sections. But in VariCAD the sections are done having a solid that will be the section plan. So I will create one solid. For example, I will use this functionality here, selecting a plan, for example. It can be, for example, this one, and I will draw with no okay. I will create something. For example, can be, I did not grab the outline, so I will leave this. It is better to do it again on the outlines. Okay, even that at this moment I cannot grab it, but let us try to do something again. Line, now okay, example, to this point here. Okay, I don't have it. To this point here, and to this point center here and out, and we can do this here, here. It's not very important where, just saying. Now I will connect this corner, this to this. Okay, I have a close profile. I will say okay, extrude, just saying sorry, 100. Okay, profiles, and now I will slide it a little down and do the OK. Okay, it doesn't really matter the exact shape, just to show you the possibility. So now I have a plan that is a tool, and I can go here to the tools menu, sections, and create a new one which I can call the A section, for example, A. And in this dialog box I can click with my right mouse button and say remove solids, add remove. So I want to be section this here. I have the section plan, defining sectioning tool. It will be this one here, and the status, it will be turn on. Okay, so now I have my section solid. That in the case it was not very good because I have my part splitted, but I think you can understand what I've done. Okay, so I have my solid sectioned. In this particular moment I can use what we've seen previously and say from this view do the OK, and for example I can use this functionality to make a hatch to identify what is cut. For example, this is very big and I don't like particularly angle. I don't like this angle, to be honest. I could do this in different okay, for example, okay, you see, very nice, very smooth. I could do this instead of doing it just one loop, make different loops and say this is in this direction, this on the other direction, whatever I want. Okay, with different patterns, it's quite easy. Okay, this is how to manage the sections. And you have on the 3D, you have this dialog box that in any given moment you can click with the right mouse button. You can change the plan color, okay, red. You can turn it off, and my part, it is all again. I have the definition. I can activate it whenever I want. Okay, very easy, very nice. To end this lesson, I want to show you one more functionality about the threads that we did not see on the projections we've done. So I will create a new file, 3D. I will make this kind of solid, and just to show you how to work with this, I will create one hole in this solid. Let us make a big thing, okay, and do this doesn't matter, this make on a different color, do the OK. Now put it on the position, okay, and just saying in the middle of this to the middle of this. Okay, it is perfect. Do the OK. I have one thread, okay, and I want to show you to make the projections out of this. Just looking, so predefined views, I put them all. I'm not very worried about the position. So drawing threads, okay, everything it is done like I want, so do the OK. And you see my thread, it is drawn 3/4, okay, as it should be. I could put this on a different line type, okay. Let us try to change this. If we make I should need a little bigger one. If we make a solid to make a section, for example, in the middle, very good. 3D section, so again, new one, I will call it again the A. And now, right mouse button, I want to add this one, and I want to, defining tool, it will be this one, and just turn it on, okay, very good. Now I will make a projection. You see that has some meaning, this. Now I want to make a projection out of this, and all of them now, do the OK, and I will put this here. So now you can see the representation and the boundaries. Should make this and do the OK. See, this should be, it's too ugly. 45. Now I made I changed it a little, so this is, let us do this again. So do the OK. Oh, now it is perfect. Okay, very good. So you can represent the thread in multiple ways regarding the views. So you can have the representation in terms of the section of the axial view and radial view. So it is present you a lot of possibilities for this purpose, which I think cover all the possibilities you need with these commands. So I hope this is clear. We are almost ending this training course. We still have a couple of nice commands and options to see, and I hope to see you in my next lesson.